All right, the injuries for the game. Jordan Mason will be questionable. Ray questionable. Arik Armstead questionable. Go ahead.
How'd those guys look today, getting out there and do a little limited work?
They look limited.
Fair enough.
What's one thing about the Eagles that keeps you up at night?
Almost everything. A real good team, really good offense, really good defense, really good special teams. So it goes back and forth.
Banks isn't even on the list. We mentioned before he played when he might not have under ordinary circumstances. So obviously he had no setbacks at all, right? He's ascending.
Yeah, I think that game really helped him, because you never know until you get into it. And he made it through it. Didn't have any setbacks, so it gave him a lot of confidence. And then the long weekend, by the time we came in here Monday, he was feeling real good.
Did you guys make a claim on Zach Ertz?
I don't know. I don't think so.
This is a question in relation to the early in the NFC Championship game. Whenever a team has a play like that pass down the field and you don't have a clear replay or angle, but the team rushes to the line of scrimmage, have you thought about how you'll handle that in the future? And that play, will that influence anything you guys do moving forward?
That play didn't. I handle it the same way I always have. When they rush to the line, if it's a big play and you don't have any clue, I throw it. I think I did that earlier this year versus Jacksonville. I think it was Jacksonvle. Do you remember? No. I threw one, and then I think we ended up getting a pick a couple plays later. The problem with that one is everyone on our headsets thought he caught it, and then they showed something on the replay that looked like he caught it. And so then we didn't care. Some people go hurry up after an explosive. Sometimes on offense they do it just to be safe. But then we had no reactions or anything, so we didn't want to waste a timeout because the replay we saw, the way we thought they were acting, from everyone who saw it live from our side, we thought it was complete. And then when we had the ball next time, I hear from upstairs they just saw another angle. It wasn't complete. So nothing changed there. If we don't know at all and it's a big play, I usually throw it. But we just thought he caught it because of what we saw and the fact that no one live from where we were standing knew it was questionable.
Does it work both ways where the team will rush to the line of scrimmage even if they
Definitely.
Know they have to, they made the play just to try to induce?
Yeah, that's something teams do just automatically. Sometimes it gets you to waste a timeout, and sometimes because after an explosive, sometimes it's the best to run down there and go real fast because the defense isn't quite ready.
What do you think about Nick Sirianni? What makes him a good head coach?
Watching how accountable he has his team, how hard they play, the style they play. I love the commitment to the run game that they do on offense. I think that's one of the coolest things. It's not just that they're committed to the run, but they know what they're doing too. They know how to use the quarterback as a runner. They know how the adjustments defenses have to make. And then they know when they are making those adjustments, how to use them as a passer. So it's got a lot of respect for them just schematically and what they've done there. And don't know them the best, but Bob Lang speaks very high of them, so he must be a cool dude.
Much schematically with two new coordinators, or are they doing the same things?
No, they're doing the same things. Just like I've explained with us, always when you have different coordinators, a little different personality, and sometimes you can see that, but not what they do is what they do, and they're really good at it.
After last year's NFC Championship game, you and a lot of your players kind of had the same vibe of like you guys were really excited and prepared. You had a great plan for that game. I realize these are new teams. It's different. But do you have similar emotions for this one?
Yes. Very rare that we haven't felt that way. Especially, I think then we were on a big win streak in the NFC Championship game, so we felt the same way going to that game that they felt, and probably as the two AFC teams felt. Everyone's real confident at that time, and I think that's what we made a big statement on. It's the one thing that was weird about that game is none of us had been in a game that lost all your quarterbacks. And that's what was a little different. But besides that, we thought it would have been a real good game. Doesn't mean we would have done anything, but we were excited to play in it. And you go back and watch the tape, I love how we played. Then 10 of it, just we were ready for it, but didn't go the way we wanted to.
The MVP has become kind of a quarterback award. Do you think Christian McCaffrey has made himself a legitimate candidate for that honor?
Yeah, I think, without a doubt. I know it goes to quarterbacks the majority of the time, but and there's plenty of worthy quarterbacks, but you definitely can't ever I can't say that they're behind. That Christian's behind anyone. I mean, he's as valuable in this league as anyone.
Well, this is my bottom line question for next week. But
You can get both in. It won't still be relevant next week.
I can make it though. Don't worry. Their linebacker situation, and they're down to backups starting. What is your assessment of who you guys are going to face?
I know when you have injuries, it's always a challenge. It happens to us at positions throughout the year and throughout plenty of years, so it's just part of football. They're going to play their best guys, and they're going to play in the scheme just like the other guys do. They're not going to make up a bunch of new stuff, so you find when you get out there, you don't go back and really evaluate all those guys, but you just get ready for their defense. You want your sneak your next one in?
I'm just kind of like.
All right.
He doesn't want to hang your guard.
All right. Well, you only get one next week then. All right.